Start us off. Should we get into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. The boys are back. Marathon Minute
December 30th, 2021.
Today's December 30th, 2021. If you're listening to this, it is officially 2022, and we're gearing up for season 2 of Marathon Minute. This is technically not part of season 2. This is kind of just kind of not a filler, because this is a great episode, but we know people, the people are waiting for an episode, and we wanted to give the people what they want. And this is an episode that's kind of long overdue. We've been wanting to catch up with Kelly for a while, but I was in New York, so I thought, there'd be no better opportunity than to sit down with him in person and get to catch up, which was really awesome. But this is unique, Dad. We're not sitting next to each other for the first time recording something.
No, in fact, we are over 3,000 miles apart.
Yeah.
I am broadcasting from the island of Kauai, Hawaii.
Yeah. For the listener, you can't see, but my dad he's rocking his Marathon Minute shirt, looking fresh, but he is also looking very tropical. He's got some sunglasses on. He just put a nice beverage into the frame a little while ago. There it is. He's got some shades on.
Non-alcoholic.
What is that? Passion fruit guava?
It's passion fruit. Yeah, it's non-alcoholic because we're working.
Yeah, this is technically, we are grinding. But yeah, this is pretty cool. This is special. Our first intro, not together, but hey, we're still making it happen. That just goes to show you, rain or shine, distance, nothing gets in our way.
We take care of business, Max. And doesn't matter if we're on vacation, 3,000 miles apart, not sitting in the same room. Business is business, Mo.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get down to business.
Very cool that you got to sat down with Kelly in NYC.
Yeah, so that was our second ever in-person episode. And yeah. We are hoping to do more in-person interviews in 2022, because I think it really does knock down a little bit of that wall of just, technology kind of puts in front of you. And, I think we do a great job ourselves as hosts of knocking that wall down, but just being in person, I think, really elevates it that much more. You really get to, and it's, sometimes Zoom can be a little weird. You cut each other off. But just being next to someone can really change the conversation. And not just next to him. I was in his room, in his New York City loft, which, for the YouTube viewer, I'm hoping also, if you're listening to this or watching this, we're going to be on YouTube in 2022. So that's big. But if you are watching the episode, you get to see that Kelly's room is one of a kind. And he's in this really cool creator house in New York with 3 other YouTubers, and they're just all doing content all the time. And it was really cool to see and to meet his roommates. His roommates were awesome, great hosts. And just to see the life that he's living is really cool, especially because we talk about it in the episode, but reflecting back on when we had him on the first time,
right?
He was sitting in a frat house in Tucson, Arizona. Less than a year later, he's in a pretty unbelievable New York City loft or giant apartment. And it's just we talk about it, but life moves very fast. And that's why I wanted to sit down with him, is because I wanted him to kind of reflect. And, a lot has happened to him in this last year. He's really grown professionally, personally. He's leveled up his merchandise, leveled up his content, leveled up his partnerships. So just being a friend of his and a fan of his, it was very cool to witness that growth. And then even cooler to sit down and kind of get his reflection on what the past, 10 months has been like.
Yeah. What struck me about your interview of Kelly, which I update or check in, was that, not only did he talk the talk with us 10 months ago, but he's walked the walk. He was talking about one of his aspirations was to form a creator house where
Yeah.
with other creatives. He was talking about maybe making a move geographically. He was talking about upping, his merch game.
Yeah.
And if when you listen to the update, as I did, or the check-in, you realize that he's done all of those things
Yeah.
in a relatively short period of time.
Yeah. No, he's a man of his word, and he definitely sets lofty goals and he acts on those goals, which is, something that we strive to do also on Marathon Minute. Um,
But I'll tell you this, he's still goofy as all get out.
Oh, I know. I mean, I feel like he was that much goofier because we were in person. I actually got to like be with him. But that was, I mean, it was a really fun interview. He did mention in the first couple of minutes that it's not the same without you there,
Uh,
Dad. So I hope you,
oh, I took particular note of that. I was beaming when he
yeah,
gave me the shout out, which I viewed as very sincere and endearing. But I much appreciated it. I'm going to
yeah.
say something that I thought would never come out of my mouth.
Oh gosh.
Kelly Wakasa is living in my mother's house.
Okay. Is this a play on words here, or did Nana used to live? I'm not going to give away where he lives, but in Manhattan in a
I
sweet
can
apartment.
honestly say without reservation that Kelly Wakasa is living in my mother's house, and you'll have to listen to the podcast to understand what I
Oh
mean
my
by that.
God. Okay.
Right?
I won't give it away, but that's that is such a dad joke. But but we'll let the listener figure that out for themselves. Um, okay, I want to save, I think we have a lot to talk about just in the past couple months since our last episode with Madison. That was a great episode to end with.
Yeah, we got a lot of shout outs about that episode.
Yeah, that was a great episode. But I think, like we talked about, I think we should do a 2021 reflection episode, just me and you, because I don't want to take too much time before this awesome recap with Kelly. So if you're listening, stay tuned for potentially an update or a reflection, pardon me, episode with my dad, where we can talk about season one, aspirations for season two, which we're currently gearing up for. And yeah, just kind of a little bit more of on
Yeah,
MM.
the turning of a new year is a good time to look back on the last year, right? And
Yeah.
figure some stuff out. And that's what we'll do. Hey, by the way, how'd you like New York City?
I loved it. It was great.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm very much a West Coast guy. Like I've lived on the West Coast my whole life, but there's something about New York that is always kind of struck me and kind of interested me, but I haven't really been able to spend too much time there other than your 60th birthday, which, if you know us, was
epic,
quite a roller coaster of a trip.
epic.
um, but this was kind of my second attempt at New York City, and I had a great time. Saw some great people. It was cool because I was there long enough to not feel like I needed to do everything in a short amount of time. I got to
Right.
just kind of feel like I lived there.
Yeah,
And
you were not a tourist. You were,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. And
there
it was
to see people.
exactly. And it was cool. Like I got to prioritize seeing people versus seeing things.
Yeah,
And I think that was a pretty unique experience. I got a tattoo there. That was cool. Check out my TikTok if you want to check it out. I do have a TikTok now. I caved.
that's right.
Me and
That's
Kelly
right.
talk a little bit about the different social media platforms on here, but yeah, follow me on
I,
TikTok.
I
There you
went to
go.
his merch website because I
Yeah.
wanted to check out what he was doing merchandise wise, because our merchandise is, fire.
Yeah. Top of the
Uh,
line.
and he's got some nice merch too, but
His
all
stuff is
sold
really
out.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I think he did like a 3-day limited drop, all sold
yeah,
out. And we talk about his merchandise in the episode, how he leveled it up, why he leveled it up. And it was really cool to hear his new interests in fashion and clothing and
yeah.
his merchandise line that is standing alone and not just connected to his name, which is very cool. Yeah, how about let's let the people get to the episode. We'll save some of our banter for our reflection episode. I hope you have a great time in Hawaii, Dad. I don't think we even said you were in Hawaii. Did I say you were in Hawaii?
Yeah, I mentioned that we were broadcasting 3,000 miles
Oh yeah.
apart.
Well, yeah,
Um,
3,000 miles away in Hawaii. I'm in Oakland,
yep. We're
but
ringing the new year here in Kauai. I'll be 2 hours behind you.
two, that
I
was
will not make it to
5.
midnight.
Yeah. Hey, I might not even either, honestly.
Yep.
But
Right.
yeah, let's get to the episode. Our last episode, actually no, our first episode, this is coming out January 1st. Our first episode of 2022 leading into season 2 of Marathon Minute. Um if you're listening, we appreciate the support, it means a lot. And if you're watching, we got more content coming. YouTube 2022, we're coming for you. Give us a subscribe to the channel, Max Orange Still. And without further ado, let's get to the episode.
Marathon Minute.
Yeah, baby. We're in Kelly's room in Manhattan. For our YouTube audience, if you're watching this on YouTube, that means let's go. We're on YouTube. Watch out. We're coming for you, Kelly. If you are just listening to this, great as well. Love the support. You should watch on YouTube eventually when we're up there. But we're in Kelly's room that's covered in Post-it notes. Very much. This is, I feel like, a perfect room for you. In your Manhattan, is it a loft?
This is just like a big apartment.
Okay. Huge apartment, a creator house, we can call it.
Yeah, creator
We are
house.
at a creator house. And we're going to do a little bit of a reflection update pod episode 2.0 in person. This is like my second pod in person. Dude.
Oh, that's right.
This
We
is
did it
actually
online.
This is actually super cool.
I just want to put out there,
Yeah.
we're missing Mr. Orange Still.
Thank you.
We're missing the real podcast
Yeah.
host.
We're
grabber.
missing the brains behind the whole operation, Dad. I'm sorry. You're here in spirit.
I was like, did something happen? Oh
no, Pops is great. Pops is great.
Good.
But we do miss his presence. He is a big part of the show. So miss you, Pops. I appreciate you recognizing that. That's why you're
that's kind of the only reason I agreed to do it last time.
Okay.
So
Okay. let's settle down here. Okay. So one of the reasons why actually I wanted, I remember I brought this up right after we finished, like, oh, let's do a update one. But seriously, one of the reasons why I wanted to do it, especially with you, is because you're gonna like laugh. Like, you can't take this seriously, I know. But no, seriously, is because shit happens fast.
Yeah.
And especially like in the world that you're in, the time of your life that you're in. And like already since we recorded, a lot of really dope shit has happened in both of our lives.
Yeah.
But I want to specifically focus on your life. And a lot of the stuff that we talked about, like goals, ambitions, kind of like started to happen in a way, which is crazy. So I kind of want to, you actually were doing a little bit of reflecting earlier, which we can talk about, but like, use this as an opportunity to, like, we don't reflect often. Me and Cody actually do a decent job of, whenever we do talk, like, we help each other reflect on like where we are in life, And so, I think this would be a cool opportunity to kind of reflect on, since we've last talked, and then, talk a little bit about what's going on, what's new, life in New York.
When did we talk last?
That was in January, I think.
January?
Yeah, that was in
of
January.
2020? 21?
2021. So that was like,
I was in college. I was in my room.
You were in your college dorm room.
No, frat house. I was
you were in a frat house, and now you're in. Yeah, that's dope.
That's pretty funny.
Okay, I remember one of your goals was, you said you wanted to be in a creator house.
Wow.
I don't know if you remember that, but I remember that.
Yeah, no, we started like planning a creator house that long ago, and it took up until now to get it done.
Okay, so talk me a little bit through how that happened. So you were in a frat house. Now how did you, I think you talk about this on YouTube a bit, but like, let's go into it, just me and you. Like, how did you make the decision to move to New York? to find these roommates, to kind of commit to this idea of a New York creator house?
Well, this took forever.
Yeah.
Like to get in the creator house in New York, like sign the lease was like the longest, hardest process of my life. I mean, it wasn't, I mean, it's a little over exaggerating, but like I was homeless for like 3 months. I mean, I just literally just didn't have a place to
Parents'
stay.
house.
No,
Really,
I
you
was
were
just,
couch surfing.
I was just like couch surfing.
Yeah.
But no, my friend Elliot Choi and I, we started crafting like a creator house on paper. Like, who do we want? You know, let's reach out, and
Dream team.
nothing was working. Like, no, we were like, oh, it should be LA, New York, Miami. I don't know where. Like, and I knew like that's what I wanted to do, because I didn't want to go from college where I had all these characters in my videos and all this fun to just like me by myself. Like, it's hard to just,
it's hard
for a
to
lifestyle
sustain,
creator, or just for me at least. I really need people to bounce off of for like jokes. Otherwise, I'm really not funny.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah,
that's why I'm here, to help you.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's basically what we started doing back in January, and then took all summer, took what, I don't know, 6 months, and then we finally found the right people.
How did you decide New York versus LA? Because I feel like LA is more creator house, like there's already existent there.
And that's exactly why we didn't.
I like that.
Because
I like that a lot.
There were so many people in LA. Like, I cannot film another vlog in LA. Everything's already been done.
Yeah.
Yet New York, for how popular of a city it is, there's like not that many creators out here.
Honestly, you're really on point with that. Like whenever, I mean, I'm probably fed a similar algorithm than you. I just feel like I don't see very much New York stuff. Maybe it's because I'm on the West Coast, but like in general, I feel like there's a lot of, for like you said, as big as a place as this is and how popular it is, I feel like you're like the YouTube world isn't like, there isn't, are you the only creator house here essentially? Or that's like deem themselves one?
Yeah, I don't think there's any other creator houses in New York right now.
We're taking over.
There has been one, I guess, in the past, because originally I was like, we're the first creator house in New York, but I guess there was like a phase one.
Okay.
But it fizzled out, obviously.
Yeah.
They couldn't beat the cold. No, I'm just kidding. But like,
it is cold.
Really, New York isn't ideal for making videos.
It isn't?
It isn't, because it gets cold. It's cold as brick outside. Like, it's so cold. You're
taking the lingo already, bro.
Break. Man, where's to my Timbs?
Yeah, do you have a pair?
No, I need to get a pair.
You gotta get a pair.
But yeah, it's like cold and it's just like not ideal, but it's like so magical.
I feel like it is ideal. I mean, weather aside, like,
but that's huge.
It is huge. I mean, it's what, a third of the year is bad.
Don't remind me.
I mean, like, you can still like, you could be out filming right now. It just would be cold.
Yeah.
But it gives you like variations in types of content though, you know, like sun all the time is just sun all the time.
Yeah.
You could do a sun video, a snow video.
That's what I really was like, oh, this is gonna be so fun, different life experience. You know, I never lived on the East Coast. So that was big. I wanted to experience more and just like add more gems to my gauntlet.
Yeah. I mean, I've been here 4 or 5 days and I'm a big fan.
It's good energy.
I see, great energy, good people. Just seems like it'll be a fun place to live.
I feel like they're pretty nice. Like,
yeah. I mean, I think what's cool or kind of unique about New York is it's so big and there's so many people that like everyone's got shit to do. And nobody's like, and I feel like there's a lot of community too, because like it's so big and so spread out. Like you got to kind of come together as like the little areas, like certain communities in Brooklyn. I feel like you have your own markets, your own bodegas. Like it's kind of little communities within this giant beast to like all lift each other up, which is cool. How is your impressions, or what do you dislike about the city so far?
Like the city itself?
The city of New York.
Well, it's cold.
Okay.
Like I've never lived in a place that got this cold. And I might sound like a bitch.
No, you sound like someone from California, which is myself.
Yeah, I'm like walking around today. It's like 30 something degrees and I'm crying, man.
Honestly, my eyes, when I was walking here, bro, I was like, I hope he's not pulling some like surprise shit, like jumping out of a corner, like, hey, Max. And I'm just like crying because I was like, my eyes were very watery.
It's so cold. That's like my biggest thing is it's cold. The city itself is beautiful. The subway system is sick.
Super easy, I will say. I got here by myself on the subway.
right?
Yeah.
Like you,
Yeah.
a young, attractive male can go on the subway by himself without feeling scared. It's
my God,
amazing.
you're terrible.
But I love it. Like, also, I have a great situation here. Like, I wouldn't have come to New York if it was just me or just me and my friend Elliot.
Yeah.
Like,
You got a good crew.
I wanted the crew because it's really big for me to have like good people around me. Otherwise, I'll just go insane and die.
Yeah.
So
that would not be good.
So that was like number one on my list. So now I don't even care where I live. I could live anywhere with these guys.
Yeah. When we were just in your apartment very recently, you were in the room looking out this lovely window at the city that is at your fingertips. And you were like, you're like, damn, I can't believe this is what I do. Like, YouTube is what you do. Also, wait, let's also provide some context. This is the day after, in the same 24 hours, Kelly was just top 10 trending, number 4 in Canada.
Number 4 in Canada.
Since when did you get so much love in Canada, bro?
Hey, shout out my Canadian fans.
Shout out the Canadians. If you're listening to this, subscribe, give love to, friends of Kelly, like Marathon Minute. But yeah, this is a big day coming off of top 10 trending. Let's reflect a little bit on that. Like, when you make videos, do you have the goal of them being on that page, or is it kind of like, oh, I'm gonna make what I think is cool, and if they mess with it, they mess with it? Like, what does that mean to you to be on that?
So like I never like make a video like, oh, I want to go on trending. It's a handpicked list.
Right.
So it's just an honor. That's all it is. Like, really, it's just an honor. It doesn't even really get you like more views or something. It used to have more pull back in the day because there was a trending tab, or like the first page was the trending page. But nowadays it's literally like a little tab. Okay. So it's less like, I don't want to like go, wow,
Don't be too humble here.
Not gonna lie, like ever since I was on the trending page, I can't walk outside.
Yeah.
But it is just like, wow,
it's a milestone.
It's nice because I've worked so hard and for so many years. That's why especially I brought it up when we were at the window, and I was like, wow, I can't believe I'm doing this, because I look at you and I'm like, I've known you since I like didn't even do YouTube.
Yeah.
Was inspired by you.
Let's also mention, shortly after you said this, you talked about how, you wouldn't be where you are without me, like yada, yada, yada. We don't need to go into that.
But I was sarcastic, but like, it's cool.
I inspired you, like whatever.
So this is why Max has basically the only reason I am where I am today. He used to have a YouTube channel called, I want to say, Skate Videos 510.
SK8. Yeah.
SK8 Videos 510. It's probably still up. Still up. Great watch, first of all.
Great watch.
And I used to make only skate content, and that was like my into making videos. So I used to watch Max's and go, man, I can do better than this guy. I could be this guy.
More like, wow, I hope I can make videos like that someday. I think that was more like it.
I think it was more so not even the video.
It was a combination of the two.
It was like the skating. It was like,
it was more skating, because you were a skater at heart.
Yeah.
So was I.
I wanted that. I was like, he's kickflipping off the table. Like, I got to be able to kick him off the table.
It was a fire move. I know. Okay, so it's a milestone. But going back to like the comment looking out the window, like it's been full time for you for how long? Since you left high school, right? It's been full time, but now it's like really full time.
Like, I actually can make money.
You can make money.
Yeah.
You can make good money. Let's talk about a little bit of the business. How has the business side evolved since we last talked? Last time we talked, you were doing like an American Eagle commercial that you put in your YouTube. Now I've seen you've done some pretty like serious commercial shoots. I've seen, like, you've done like a commercial, right? That hasn't come out yet.
The first episode just dropped, but
okay, what is that for?
It's like for a credit card company.
Okay, and you're like what? You're the personality. You're the host.
Yeah,
you're the talent.
Yeah. So like, I think since the last time we talked, I've just had a lot more opportunity to work with brands, and also like good brands.
Yeah, I was gonna say like bigger brands, more commercial.
Yeah, which is dope. Because I mean, literally, like you can get more of a bag that way.
I mean, yeah. Like, bro,
this is guys.
It's a business. Like, you're earning a living, and this is an entire industry. YouTube is an industry. So, and you're one of the, you're trending. You're one of the top performers. So you've gotten a chance to work with bigger brands. Do you have like, what's the relationship like? Is they message you like, hey, we think you'd be great for this commercial? Or is it like, hey, we want to create a partnership, have like multiple campaigns over X amount of time period? Like, how does that work logistically?
Most of the time they're like one and done. Sometimes I do get some that are like returning deals. And I think a lot of times it's the first time I've worked with them. So depending on how it does, we'll be like, oh, let's work again. So you never really know. I mean, I've worked with like Amazon a few times now and like other companies, but it's not like, you know, me and Jeff or me and Bezos are like, oh, yo, you want to get, you know, dinner tonight?
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I did see, I did notice, oh my God. I did notice something.
Mr. Bezos, hit me up.
one of these days, you never know. I did see like not that this wasn't good before, but like you transition into an ad, just like you wouldn't know it was an ad. Like it's very well disguised. Is that something that they've like requested, or you've just gotten really good? Like that's something that you offer as an asset of like, hey, I'm really good at like, if I like your brand, I'm good enough at like editing and my creativity to work this into the video in like a very natural way. Like I forget what the ad was for last time, maybe some skincare, maybe it was BetterHelp or something like that. You did a BetterHelp ad.
I did BetterHelp one.
That's cool. That's cool. I hope they're not I hope they're not listening. Do you actually, I mean, maybe I hope they are listening. Do you actually use it?
I have.
You have?
But
that's cool.
Like I don't like,
I'm not using it
I'm
every
like
day.
so I feel like I feel very good mentally.
Well, that's good.
But I think a lot of my viewers could use it. Like I feel like I'm a lot of times people hit me up like, yo, like your videos are really helping me. I'm going through a tough spot. So like BetterHelp is like, you know, it's just great to get more help and get therapy. So
that's very cool.
Personally, I'm not like using it right now, but I have.
I think that's a very mature perspective to have.
Nah, I never used BetterHelp in my life. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No,
no. Oh, I just sell out, baby. No. Sell out, get the bag dip. Let's go.
Oh my God. This is cut. Okay.
No, keep that in.
No, I know. I'm joking. I'm joking. I think that's great. No, but I actually do think the point of you like recognizing that you have this huge following and that not everyone is experiencing the same thing, maybe that you are, but you recognize that some people are struggling or might have that. And you know, support a brand that will help, you know, people going through that kind of stuff. That's very mature of you. So, you know, I don't know if you would have given that answer a year ago.
Dude,
you're growing up. You're growing up right in front of my eyes. Okay, what else do I want to talk about?
I'm old now.
What are you, 22?
I just turned 22.
That's not old, bro.
Dude.
Look at the way I see it, the older we get, we're doing bigger, better things. Big business. We're talking big business.
Big business. Add an extra couple of zeros. Yes. Fuck it.
Yes. So, okay. Also, I remember last time we talked, you had like just hired your first employee, I think.
Yep.
How's that? Do you still have
him?
You still have a team?
His name's Wyatt.
Is he here?
No. He does remote work right now.
Okay. Well, while we're on the topic, I know I brought it up, but I did.
You want to work for me?
No shot. I just hired my first intern, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's big. Shout out Maya, if you're listening. What up?
A girl?
Yeah.
Oh, that's big too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like, no, not that it's like it, but I don't know. I don't even know what she's doing for you. So it's like,
no, it's just like basic editing and, you know, she's actually into graphic design and like, you know, I want to be a good manager.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
I don't know either. It's
no,
not
like
funny.
It wasn't like
it's not funny.
It wasn't like a against girl thing. It was like, no. It was literally because for some reason I couldn't like, for some reason I can't have a girl filmer for me because I'm like, I get naked sometimes on camera or like, so like for me, I just like my mind went there and so I started laughing when you're talking about it.
It's okay.
I can't believe that you're the owner of People on Mars.
Oh yeah. Well, I hope our listeners know, but Kelly just found this out. People on Mars is in fact a brand that I am not just a supporter of, but a co-owner of. Me and a few friends. Shout out Kyle James, Jalen, Kenny Oyama, Seth.
Oh, you're barely the owner now. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it is. That is an entity of ours. But yeah, we're looking to drop some new stuff soon.
Yeah,
so
it's a cool clothing brand. You guys should check it out.
All right, we could just clip that. We're good. Called it. We could call it here. Yeah. You've reflected a little bit about on kind of you've leveled up in a lot of ways. You're in New York. What's kind of do you have any idea of like, I mean, I know you're an ambitious person. We actually talked about a little bit, something about a podcast maybe. What is something that you're looking forward to that's on your, to-do list besides cleaning your room? Because my goodness, it is a mess in here.
No, it's not.
YouTube audience, look at this. Like, what is this? Actually, they're folded, but
You can't tell, but like if
there's
we did a
also
full pan,
fucking 5 million Post-it notes in your room.
if we did a pan or like pan around the room with the camera, like there's any type of material in this room, like suitcases. There's 3 of them out, camera equipment everywhere, cups.
The life of a creator.
This is my mad scientist lair.
Yeah. So what are some, things that we could talk about potentially happening in our 3rd update? Maybe a year from now.
Okay. Well, I think I want to say in December, early January, we're launching Your Mom's House podcast. Your Mom's House is the name of the house, the creator house that we have out here in New York City.
Creative.
Yeah, we kind of like it because like, oh, I'm going to your mom's house.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
it's good.
I just took Max to your mom's house. It's so like childish, but okay, we love it. Whatever.
It works.
But yeah, we have the podcast. I'm still grinding videos. That's a whole thing, just each week.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Every
No,
Wednesday.
actually, there's some stuff I want to talk about going backwards, if that's okay.
Yeah, it's totally.
Okay. You also just did another merchandise drop.
Yeah.
But this seems to be levels up from the previous in terms of quality of the clothes, design of the clothes. The video is fire, graphics were fire.
Yep.
You did like a 3-day limited drop. Talk to me a little bit behind the strategy of like what made you wanna, I mean, I know you've always been into like a standalone brand, but like how you evolved the design and quality of it, because it looks like they're nicer quality.
Yep.
And
much
then
nicer.
2, well, we could just talk about that first. How did you what made you want to like level up on all that?
So originally, Do What Excites is like the separate branding I have. It's also part of my videos, but it also can stand alone because the phrase is so powerful, in my opinion.
It is very powerful. You have like 40 people who've gotten it tattooed on them?
And Max is next. He's getting a tattoo today.
I'm getting a tattoo tomorrow, actually.
But yeah, like we did 2 different launches originally. One that was more streetwear. Like the first one was more streetwear towards like direction. And then one was like complete merch, like leave the store up.
Yeah.
And then I realized like my personal self, like I'm a big quality over quantity. Same with my videos. I can only post once a week.
Me too.
So that was like, I want to create something that's really dope, streetwear, something that people would just want to buy without even my name attached to it. So yeah, I was like, let's just double down, invest into this vision. And then I just spent a lot of money on marketing and preparing.
What did you like, in what sense? What did you buy marketing wise? Like
So,
just like Google ads, Instagram ads, or
no.
like just like in the production of the stuff, like video production?
We just want to take everything quality wise to the next level. Like all the garments are just like super quality. I probably won't even make that much from it just because of how quality it is.
That's how I am with these shirts.
But for me, it's like I'm looking super long term.
Yep.
So I invested a lot into like the studio space we rented out, the photographer. Man, this guy was good, but he was fucking expensive.
Yeah. No, I mean, they came out really, really good. The photos, videos. And
I think just that will have the customer or the viewer like trust more.
Yeah.
And the product's good. So like I flew out my friend Luke to help me make edits.
Nice.
He did like the edits on my Instagram and the Do It Excites Instagram.
With like the rotating graphic. That was very cool.
Yeah. And then that's enough. It's worth every penny just to
seriously. No, I mean, little things like that to maybe like the average person, they don't mean a ton, but like to people that notice that, like that made me be like, oh, you leveled up. Yeah. Because like you have a little graphic that's like 3D, which is like, seems simple, but like it's not that simple. It means that you're putting that much extra care and attention to detail to the little things that make a big difference.
Yeah.
So
And I don't want people to look at this line and be like, oh, that's nice merch. I want them to be like, whoa, that's cool.
That's dope. I'll
It's
just wear
streetwear.
it just because it's dope.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need some when I leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I would give you some, but I actually don't have enough to give out.
Okay. Yeah. Sick.
Yeah. Like, I'm not getting anything for this podcast.
You're getting fucking like 4 subscribers.
You know, the only reason Max wanted me back on the podcast is because this was the most listened one.
I mean, no, that's not the only reason.
I'm kidding.
It's in the top, 10. Why?
It's top 10, but it's not 10.
Yeah, it's fucking 1.
Yeah, because my viewers are the best.
No, for real. Kelly's viewers. If you're looking for, a little older crowd, not older, but a little more mature content,
I have older fans.
Yeah, older fans. Take a look this way. We got some good stuff. Okay, so you leveled up your merchandise. You do videos every week. Every Wednesday you release a video.
Mm-hmm.
We talked last time about kind of like the pressure of consistency and like feeling like I felt like I was messing up because I needed to get a video out or a pod every week, and like consistency is so big. That wasn't a thing when we talked before. What made you decide I'm going to release a video every week? And what has that been like in terms of like the need to, create a video for every week, the pressure, kind of the timeline of that? I saw the other night you had what is it?
All-nighter.
All-nighter. I was going to say a no sleeper.
A
no-hitter. Like,
come on, boomer.
Dude, Jesus Christ, man. Okay, yeah, you had an all-nighter. What has that been like, and why did you decide to do that?
The all-nighter?
Not the all-nighter. You fucker.
You mean the all-sleeper?
The all-sleeper.
Dude, put it on a t-shirt. All-sleeper.
All-sleeper.
All-sleeper team.
I mean, it's actually kind of dope. Like, people slept on us.
Yeah. All-sleeper team. Okay.
We're first team all-sleeper.
But I decided to do, 1 week every Wednesday just because I felt like I was being lazy and just to keep me in check.
Keep you accountable.
Because I'm my own boss, like I can do anything. Like no one's telling me to post videos. I could literally just drop off the world tomorrow. Like no one tells me.
That would be crazy.
So yeah, I was like, I need to keep myself consistent, and every Wednesday is like doable. At first I was like, can I do 2 a week? I'm like, no.
That's crazy. But
it is possible.
But
it's
once a week
possible.
is still a lot. I mean, once you like, what's today? Thursday? That means you dropped yesterday, right?
I have a drop in 6 days.
Yeah. So it's like the second you're like, today, Thursday, you're done. You're like, oh, relax a little bit. Maybe you relax tomorrow. Then it's like, I have 4 days, 4.5 days to film and edit and get this content ready to be out. And so like, you really don't have time to like enjoy with the last video you did. So
yeah, actually I gotta go.
You gotta go. Yeah, this was supposed to be short. I mean, we'll be done soon. But seriously, like how's that been?
I feel like now I have it down to
you have like a schedule a little bit.
Routine. Yeah, and that's why I have my employee Wyatt. He kills it. Like I send him all the footage. He'll like give me a first draft, and I'll do a lot. Like he'll give me his, but sometimes we're just on different pages. Like he's just he's not me, so he doesn't know like what I want specifically. I give him notes, everything like that. But I still do it. Like,
what kind of notes? Like with editing? Because who films your roommates?
No, so I have a guy out here who I just do like kind of like freelance.
Yeah. And you have like ideas of like transitions and like stuff like that.
It's usually like we've been working now for so long since January.
You just collaborate.
That like he knows what I want, which is really great, and we're on like the same page.
Yeah.
I even have a nickname for him when he edits. Lightspeed.
Nice.
Yeah, I got him a plaque.
Wow.
Says his name and then Lightspeed under it.
I need to take some notes as a manager here.
No, it's great. And yeah, he turns it around really fast, like a couple days. And then a lot of times I will queue up content. So I will like film multiple videos and then be able to edit them over time.
Helpful.
So like this week's video is already filmed. And the next week is already filmed.
Let's go.
And that's why I can actually have peace of mind.
What's this week? Because when the people listen to this will have already happened. So you can tell me what it is, if that's okay.
It doesn't, even if it went up before, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
This Wednesday is the video where it's probably called like surprising my roommates on a trip out of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this very briefly. So what, you're surprising them with the trip to Aruba?
Yep.
What the hell? Like what?
So like I had always wanted to do this video, and then I got a golden opportunity from this brand, Step, is like a credit card company.
Step.
Yeah. And then I was like, give me a budget and I'll take them. So
Make a cool video.
yeah, they gave me like on top of the original, just like integration money, like more money to do the
Production.
trip.
Yeah.
So I was like, and they were like, do whatever you want with the money, like do a cool video. And I was like, I'll take them on a trip.
Damn.
So
we went to Aruba.
It was fire.
Dude, that's sick.
And then we came back yesterday and it's cold as brick.
It is.
But yeah, it was really fun. And man, I miss the warmth.
Hey. Okay, let's finish off just talking a little bit about what is next. So the podcast, what inspired the podcast? Well, you're about to like start listing shit off. You have stuff to list off?
Well, number one, the podcast is the best. Okay, I was just joking around.
I know because yeah, it's second best. There's a number.
You can't beat Marathon a Minute. It's
exactly
a double entendre.
MM.
You know. Also, the merch is like, I'm not gonna lie, it's really good.
Okay, thank you. Just feel the back. This one's puff on the back.
Oh, mine's not puff on the back.
No, well, this is a one of one.
Oh,
this is friends and family, but yours is puff on the front. But yeah,
I like the puff. We wanted to create something together. Like I was like a huge advocate for it. We need something together to make our community even stronger.
Yeah.
And a podcast is a great way because we're not thinking like the podcast is going to be huge, like 1 million plays per thing.
I mean, given all of your followings, you will most likely surpass that.
Well, I don't know. I was like talking per episode or something.
I mean,
we'll never like we'll see, but like we needed a funnel because like to create like a super fan. Like this is the real straight up genius behind YouTube.
Super fan. We talked about super fans last time.
Yeah. It's basically like they're going to find us through YouTube videos. Maybe they'll follow us on Instagram, but then you go down the funnel to make even a stronger connection with like a viewer is like spending more time. And a podcast is a raw.
It's very, you really get to know someone.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things I loved about the platform is like, it's not 1 minute. It's not just like a soundbite. You really get all the context. So yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
As if they didn't already know you. I mean, you have a video of getting painted naked.
Well, even that, it's a lot of just highlights.
Yeah.
So you won't get to know like, oh, during that video, I got a boner or like, I'm just kidding.
My goodness.
But the interesting stories or be like, oh, wow. After listening to this podcast, Kelly's so much more stupid.
No, you actually make a really good point because I've been super reluctant to get a TikTok because I'm like, I'm too old for it.
Yeah.
But I just got one a few days ago or like a week ago because I recorded with this videographer a soccer video and he's like 2 million followers on TikTok. So I'm like, oh, well, I need one for when he tags me. And so I like put a few videos up just to like have a page and I'm like, oh, this like adds I did like behind the scenes of a photo shoot or like it adds a whole different perspective of content. So like Instagram is for certain things, Twitter is for certain things, TikTok's for certain things, YouTube's for certain things, podcasts for certain things. All of them give you a different glimpse. They're all curated. Actually, I would say podcasts least amount so probably because it's so long and like you can only edit so much. Like I edit ums and pauses and some stupid shit that you say. But like for the most part, it's unfiltered. So that's like, but like I think we should say like every part of social media or media is curated in one way or another.
Yeah.
But I'm learning that each platform like covers a different perspective a little bit or has a different niche.
Yeah.
So I think that's very smart of you.
Yeah. Like me personally, I'm, do what excites adventure seeker on YouTube. I'm trying now be a fashion person on Instagram.
I like that we can talk about that later. So
literally my only goal on Instagram is to get free clothes.
Oh, I mean, bro, that's like, you should be reaching out. Let me get you free clothes.
Yeah, I know it sounds like kind of funny because I definitely can do it, but I just think it's like a fun thing.
Well, no, you need to you're at a point where you have the following. Like I was in a sunglass store the other day. This is a good story. I was in a sunglass store in Williamsburg. Should I say that? I'll say the name of the brand. What was the name? It was like something Light, Andrew Light or something. It's a California-based brand. Really nice glasses. I was like trying on this pair. $675, a little out of my budget right now.
I would never buy a pair for that
Yeah,
much.
I know. So I was looking at them, like trying them on. And I was like to the manager, I'm like, hey, like, what can we do to get a discount here? I was like, hey, me and my friends, we make some really cool videos, content. Like, I would love to make some sort of campaign for you guys and we could work out a deal. Showed him my Instagram, all that. And he's like, I think you're super dope. I love your stuff. You're going to take off, but you don't have enough followers. And that's like, a little bit of an ego hit, but also like, fuck it. Who cares about followers?
Yeah.
But when it comes to business, followers help.
Yeah, it matters.
And so you have a good following. And so it's like, you might've been like, hey, let me do something for you. And he might've been like, oh, let me see what we can do.
Yeah.
So you need to go back to the store and get these. What I'm getting at is
Max
you need
glasses.
to go back to the store and get me these glasses. No, but seriously, you have a following big enough where you can flex that to brands. Like, hey,
Of course.
love your stuff. Would love to promote it or wear it in my next video. And you could get some cool brands to send you stuff.
Yeah.
So
No, I definitely know. I just I like to.
it's work too.
Yeah. Like I like to play the game. Just the idea of like, hey, I want to rebrand a little bit. Be like, oh, Kelly's a little fashionable. Now that I have a streetwear brand too, it's like, I want people to be like, whoa, he's got cool style.
Yeah.
And like, I like wearing nice clothes. I like dressing up.
But I feel like this is a change though. This is new. Like you weren't, oh yeah, but you weren't always into clothes. Like I was always kind of into clothes.
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. But like I always kind of like clothes. So it's like, this is an evolution, which is dope.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it because I like clothes. So the fact that, that's another thing we can bond about, I could give you
You said like you were like I don't know what that was, but if you're watching it, Max literally said bond about, started itching his face.
It was like a Godfather. It was like a Godfather.
Turned around mid-sentence.
It's another thing that I could inspire you on.
But I just like the idea of always adding to who I am and never staying the same, because I think it's so boring.
Butterfly. That's why butterfly. Evolution.
Butterfly.
Unfinished legacy. Yeah. Evolution, bro.
Evolution. Caterpillar. I'm in the cocoon. I'm always in the cocoon. I'm cocooning always.
Okay.
Well, I'm always blossoming.
Okay. I like that. All right. I feel like we covered most of our bases. This has been pretty long, honestly. So you got to clean your room. This was dope. I feel like a good reflection session.
Yeah.
Good update for the people.
Can I put my pants on back? Oh, you can't tell right now, but
oh my god,
Max just said let's just do it in our underwear. And I was like, really?
Underwear and marathon minute shirts. Oh,
all right, great. Now I can put them back on. Cool.
That's why we need a YouTube. This is why we need YouTube, so people can't get away with saying.
Stop hitting me, Max. Stop hitting me. The podcast here's
okay. And this was really fun, Kelly. Appreciate you taking the time. Second ever episode in person, so that's big. And that's a wrap. Live from Manhattan.
Your mom's house.
At your mom's house. Stay tuned for Kelly's podcast. What's it called? Your mom's?
It's probably gonna be your mom's podcast.
Okay, your mom's podcast. Probably check out his YouTube, his roommate's YouTube. They're great. Had some great hospitality here so far. And
make sure to tune in to Marathon a Minute.
Yeah, hit a like and subscribe. I don't like doing the shameless plug, but
it's not shameless.
Yeah, like, subscribe, tell your friends.
Go to Max's Instagram because it's fire.
Let's go. Okay. Appreciate you, bro.
Thanks for having me.
This was fun.